Good day, my fellow gamers and non-gamers. This is Strist, and this right here is EVE Online. And once you know it, the character for the EVE Online that I'm playing is named Drist as well. And I've actually been playing EVE Online for a number of years now. Let's see if this will tell me the character's history, biography. History, there we go. So I've been had this account open since 2016, 2017. Oh, employment history. That's what I need to look up. There we go. 2011. So this account's been around since 2011. So a number of years now. EVE Online, one of the great space games of all time. Very challenging. And so I am going to run the anomic base mission against the 3 burners, Talos, which is actually a very unique mission. So let's do a quick rundown of what our mission objective is. It appears that a small group of Serpentis Corporation test pilots have absconded with some prototype battlecruisers being developed for smuggling operations. We've located 3 of these pilots in a base they've established not far from here. They have all scans open, so we can't go in there in force. We can't go there in force. If you accept this mission, it's you against them, as it always is. So, for this mission, these only medium-sized ships can gain entry, so don't bring anything bigger. These rogue These rogue pirates are flying advanced prototype battlecruisers capable of dealing damage at long ranges. They're actually flying the Taloses, which is a long-range battlecruiser, which is pretty effective at that. Our intelligence reports indicate that they are armed with railguns loaded with spike ammunition, so that tells me the type of ammunition I'm being dealt, or the damage I'm being dealt. Survivors of our last failed attack against their compound indicated that they use long-range combined with powerful sensor dampeners to avoid danger. Their base is also equipped with a huge minefield of proximity-activated auto turrets. These auto turrets deal EM and will cause you problems if they activate. But they remain dormant unless a ship enters within 10 kilometers of them, which means stay away from those auto turrets. Fly carefully to avoid the turrets. These pirates always fly with a warp scrambler fit. So there we go. That's our mission objective. We are going to fly. It's 2 jumps away. We're going to take out 3 Taloses, and the rewards will be 13,254 for low 2 points, which I can convert to a fair amount of ISK, and of course 2,700,000 ISK here, and another 2,190,000 ISK here, and of course there's bounties on these guys too, and there's also the potential drop of some really cool loot. So the ship we're flying is this bad boy right here. And we'll show it's a Cerberus, so it's a Tech 3 cruiser, or Tech 2 cruiser. It's a Tech 2 cruiser, which is really cool. I love these Cerberuses. And this is my fit, so we're running heavy assault missiles because we're going to get real in-close, tight, and personal with them. And we want to deal the most amount of rated damage at them, which heavy assaults will do that to you. And of course our M was Scourge. And then of course we're running with an active shield repper, and it's kind of an expensive fit, but like it is with most burner missions, the initial cost to get in far outweighs the rewards and earnings potential from these things, and I've long since made back the cost of this ship with the missions I've ran with it. So we're of course boosting our kinetic and thermal because we're going up against Serpentis. We needed a cap booster because this fit is actually cap stable. It's cap stable with everything, the micro warp drive running and the large shield booster running. And to make that cap stable, we needed this medium battery cap here, and we needed these 3 medium capacitor control circuit 2s here. So, but it is cap stable, and of course down here we have your basic bliss control systems, and we need speed is our friend here. So not only are we running the micro warp drive non-stop, but we of course nanofibers fitted, so it makes us faster, and overdrive fitted, which makes us faster. It's all about getting speed out of this thing. And of course, we run a little extra damage output to hobgoblins. I'd probably do warriors and be just as effective, maybe a little more so, but I'm using hobgoblins. So without further ado, let's undock and go get her done. I love this Cerberus, by the way. Great ship. Really cool looking too. I actually saw a video earlier running the same mission where the guy or gal, whoever it was, did it went against the taloses using a worm. And the benefits of that was that the taloses and even the turrets, auto turrets, couldn't really hit the worm. It was moving too fast and too small of a target. The one potential downside is it seemed to take them longer to kill the taloses than I can take them than I can kill them in this thing. So, and the other downside is there's not much of a tank on the worm, and it looked like the guy didn't stop to loot each wreck as he killed them because I think he felt the need to maintain the speed. So he just killed it and moved on to the next. Killed it. Maybe he circled back around. I actually didn't watch the entire video. But if you're all about burning through these anomic missions, speed is your friend, which means kill, loot, salvage, and move on. And if you have to circle back around, it's more time wasted that you could be running another anomic mission. So this thing, you can actually kill it, pause for a moment to loot, salvage, and then move on to the next, kill it, pause for a moment to loot, salvage, move on to the next. So let's move these hobgoblins into a group here, to the hobgoblin group. And we don't need that there. Yeah, this GIS X type, a large shield booster, is a little on the spinny side, but it's definitely worth it as far as the survivability and stuff. Alright, we're in system, so we're going to warp to a location, and since all these anomic missions have a warp acceleration gate, we don't have to worry about landing right in the middle of a hot firefight initially. So once I get up on this acceleration gate, we'll give you a rundown of what I'm going to do once I jump through it. Excuse me. So the first thing when we land on grid, once we jump through the acceleration gate, and when we land on grid, we literally land in the middle of this minefield. And the taloses will actually be spaced out, one to the left side of the screen, way out a couple 100 kilometers or so away, one to the right side, and then one straight ahead roughly. And the first objective when we land inside this thing is to get out of the minefield, which means what I do, I kind of scroll out until I can kind of see the whole schematics of the minefield, and I kind of pan around this way and kind of where I can line up an exit strategy, and I immediately double click in space to move in that direction. And of course, I always go to the right, I always go after the right talos first. These things are arranged, fitted to do damage at range, which means you want to keep your transversal down, so you don't want to fly directly at them. You do, you're going to take far more damage, and it'll be harder to stay alive, so you always kind of want to, you know, off of an angle and kind of work your way in towards them. But the first objective is to get outside of this minefield. So, and of course, we're going to turn everything on before we jump in there. And then once we land on grid, this comes on, and like I said, we start making our way out. So let's see what happens, shall we? It's been a while since I've done this, so I kind of know the basics, the 1, 2, 3s of it, but like I said, it's been a while since I've done this, so. And that's my ship right there. And we're coming into the minefield. There we are. And it looks like our exit strategy is going to be right this way. We're going to double click that way. Turn on that. And we're getting up to speed already. They're already targeting me and shooting at me, but they're not really hitting me. So, like I said, we want to stay away from these guys. We don't want to activate them. I could probably survive one or two if they get activated, but I really don't want to have to survive one or two. So I'll make for that wide open space right there. Oh look, I activated one. That's fucking great. Oh well. That's why we're active. That's why we're active harder here. And we're about to come out, which is great. We're about out of the minefield. We only activated one, which is fine. This is the guy we're going to target here first off. So and like I said, these guys are no joke. We kind of work away in close. And of course he has to be dampened, so I can't actually target till I get much closer in. Keep our speed up, keep our transversal. We don't want to, don't want to fly straight at him. There we go. And right about now, I'm going to go into orbit around him. We're going to orbit him about 2,500. And we're going to start shooting at him now. And then we're going to deploy our hobgoblins. Although we probably really don't need them. And so the next objective, once we kill him, we're on this side. Ooh, is he inside? What is he doing inside? Oh, no, he's not. Okay. I saw this red here, and I thought that was one of those taloses I have to go after. No, it's not. It's the thing I activated by mistake. So, we're going to go after him next. So we're going to kind of keep our exit strategy from here open. We're going to head that way. And I'm orbiting him at really close, so I can just loot and salvage real quick when I need to. Probably should see when my drones take damage, huh? Alright, so we're going to open, turn that off for a second. Alright, turn it back on for a cycle. We need to loot this. There it is. Nothing there. That's fine. So we looted it real quick. Now we're going to turn our stuff back on because we want to work our way around this minefield here. So we're going to fly to the... I keep switching my overviews from one to the other, so that's why sometimes you can see them and sometimes you can't. So he's our next target here. So we're flying to the end of this minefield here. And of course I'm zoomed out because I like to keep a line up with where I am regard to. And actually we're past the mines, so let's start making our way towards him there. And my drones are out there idle, which is perfectly okay with me. Like I said, we don't fly straight at them. That would be a suicide run, possibly, depending on how good of a tank you are. And this thing is dampening him down, so, or dampened me down, and I forget what I target at, but, oh look, it's letting me target, great. So, there we got him targeted, so we're going to an orbit. Orbit at 2,500. engage them with those. Engage them. Engage target. What happened to my drones? Did they kill my drones? They probably killed my drones. Oh well. Whatever, I don't need the drones. Anyways, let's take a gander at this guy. Look at. This is the guy we're shooting at here. He's a talos. And of course the last guy, once I loot him, is going to be off that way. So approach. Get within the range to pick it up and loot. There we go. Nothing special there, but like I said, sometimes they drop things, so we will continue straight ahead, turn our warp drive back on, and switch back to the other one. So that's the guy we're after there, the final guy. And of course, our objective is to get outside this minefield. Keep outside, so we're going to go to the corner and then turn left in around. Actually, I could probably start turning back now, because that's the last mine right there, and he's... So let's turn in. Yeah, he's well away, so we're going to turn in. It looks like I lost all my drones, but that's okay. You know, the drones are there. Drones are there to draw a little bit of aggro until I until I kill the guys. Not that I need them to draw the aggro. I have a pretty good tank on this thing, but so that's one of those auto turrets right there. He's a fair ways away, so I'm not engaged by him yet. I'm not going to be. So target him, orbit him, go into a tight orbit, as tight as I can have while still maintaining my micro warp drive. And then we're going to start shooting him. Look at. And that's the other guy here. We're going to set our mission back home. And actually we're going to shut this off, because that's why I've been falling out of range to loot the container, is I've been orbiting. I'm trying to orbit tight, but I'm running my micro warp drive, which is actually sending me in a higher orbit. I don't really need that speed right now, because he's the last one. The only other thing shooting me is that turret I activated at the beginning, and it doesn't have enough DPS to break my tank, so I might have to reload here. I probably should have reloaded en route to this final guy, but these Talos are pretty cool looking little battle cruisers. Yep, reloading. And they're active partners, so they're active shield, active armor reppers, but that's not going to save them. Track my guy. So there I am. That's me. That's him. Let's get you out of the way. And he's dead. So let's approach, loot. And nothing there. So didn't get any drops, but that's fine. So I'm going to take a moment to show you this minefield here. That's the minefield you land in. Those are all auto turrets. So you land in the center, and your first objective is to get out of it. And of course, as I was trying to get out, I activated this turret, which, you know, didn't really hurt my me getting this job done. But it can. If you activate too many of them, they can really, and depending on your fit, depending on how much of a tank you have, they can really hinder your ability to get things done. So let's go ahead and warp back, and we'll turn this in. That was 3 Talos burner missions, and I ran it in the Cerberus, which is a Tech 2 cruiser, assault cruiser. On the Caladari side, I think, is it? And that's my fit, Cerberus. No information. I currently have a Mastery 4 all my skills on this ship, so. You can make a ton of ISK in this game once you buy all the ships and fits to run these burner missions. And just doing the burner missions and the very random 1 or 2 blitzable level 4 missions keep your standing high enough to keep running that agent. I run with the Sisters of Eve agent because I like some of the Sisters of Eve stuff I can buy with the loyalty points, which sells really well on the market. But I'm sure you can do equally well with other corporations and stuff out there. Well, maybe not equally well, but you can still do well. I heard somewhere that Sisters of Eve was actually one of the better ones to run with, but maybe that was just an opinion. I know I've made a lot of money with them, so. And that is one cool looking ship too. So at this point in time, I think I'll remind you to don't forget to subscribe. There should be a link on that side of the screen. And like the video, give me a thumbs up, would be greatly appreciated, or a thumbs down. Anything that shows that you watched it is greatly appreciated. And of course, comments are highly welcome. Positive feedbacks, negative feedbacks, ideas of things that I can do that you would like to see me improve upon. Go ahead and subscribe and like and share. And let's go ahead and turn this thing in. View mission. And complete mission. And there it is. So 1 completed burner mission with the 3 Taloses. So I'm going to request another real quick, see what it gives me. And it gives me another one against the Hawk, but we'll do that next time. So, and let's look at something real quick. That was a bounty for killing pirates. 219. Nope, that wasn't today. So the bounties haven't rolled in yet, but there will be some bounty payouts for each of those 3. So on top of these 2 rewards and the loyalty points reward, there's a bounty payout too. So it's actually quite a profitable little mission to run. So, alright, until next time, subscribe, like, comment. Greatly appreciate your comments, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.